The Last Leaf by O. Henry for Class 9 in their English subject, Women's Book, Chapter 7, which was prepared and presented by VGR. The Last Leaf. About the author, William Sidney Porter, better known by his pen name O. Henry, was an American short story writer. His stories are known for their surprises endings. He was born on 11th September 1862, Greensboro, North Carolina, United States, and died on 5th of June 1910, New York, United States. This story comes under the genre short story. The other short stories, famous short stories of O. Henry's are like this: The Gift of the Maggie, The Last Leaf, The Cope and the Anthem, Cabbages and Kings, and more. His full name is William Sidney Porter. When somebody asked why he is in the name of O. Henry, the reason given by him is like this. O is about the easiest letter written, and O it is. A newspaper once wrote and asked me what the O stands for. I replied, O stands for Oliver, the French for Oliver. And several of my stories accordingly appear in that paper under the name Oliver Henry, that is O. Henry. Here you can able to see the picture of the author O. Henry and his book The Last Leaf, the original script of the book The Last Leaf. About the book, Henry's rich canon of work reflected his wide range of experiences and is distinct for his witticism, clever wordplay, and unexpected twist endings. He wrote 381 short stories, and his trademark is his witty, plot-twisting endings and his warm characterization of the awkward and difficult situations and the creative ways people find to resolve them. The Last Leaf is a short story by O. Henry published in 1907 in his collection The Trimmed Lamp and Other Story. The story is set in Greenwich Village during a pneumonia epidemic. In 1952, Marilyn Monroe and Charles Laughton starred in O. Henry's Full House, a film featuring 5 of O. Henry's short stories. The film included The Cope and the Anthem, The Clarion Call, The Last Leaf, The Ransom of Red Chief, and The Gift of Maggie. Here you can able to see the picture of the author, The Last Leaf, written by O. Henry, and the book where The Last Leaf is published in the collection The Trimmed Lamp and Other Stories. Here is the Last Leaf chart. First of all, we will start from the center. Here you can able to see the picture of O. Henry, the writer or author of the story The Last Leaf. In the story, we can come across 3 characters. A first character is the Sioux or Sioux artist. John C. is also an artist. Berman, he is also an artist. Sioux is John C.'s friend. Both of them are sharing the same room in the same apartment. And John C. is the Sioux's friend. She becomes ill, pneumonia, and survives due to the presence of the last leaf on an ivy plant. The third one, Berman, he is the one who provides the confidence in the thoughts of John C. by his masterpiece painting. And he is the one who listened to Sue's words and helped her in her problematic situation. And he is the person who painted the whole rainy night when the last leaf falls. And other character appear in the lesson is the doctor. He is the person who identified the problem of John C. and reported that to the Sioux. And the last character is the janitor, who found him on his bed, and he is the person one who helped the Burman and identified that he was ill and was informed to the hospital for the next step. So these are the characters we are going to learn from this lesson, the last leaf. Sue, Johnsy, Burman, doctor and janitor. So Sue, as a young artist who lives with her friend Johnsy. Johnsy is another young artist who is Sue's friend. She has pneumonia but survives due to the presence of the last leaf of an ivy plant. Burman is an old artist who dies while painting the last leaf. And the doctor who examines Johnsy and identifies a problem, not only physical ill, but also some thoughts or will that lead her that she will die soon. And the last one is the janitor who found the Burman become ill on his bed and helps by informing the doctor. Burman, he is the painter who draw the last leaf after the leaf falls from the ivy creeper. So these are the characters we are learning from the lesson, the last leaf. Now the gist of the story, the last leaf from the book, The Trimmed Lamp and Other Stories of the 4 Million. The story is set in a Greenwich village during a pneumonia epidemic. It tells the story of an old artist who saves the life of a young neighboring artist dying of pneumonia by giving her the will to live. Through her window, she can see an old vine growing on a nearby wall, gradually shedding its leaves as autumn turns into winter. And she has taken the thought into her head that she will die when the last leaf falls. The leaves fall day by day, but the last lone leaf stays on for several days. The ill woman's health quickly recovers. At story's end, we learn that the old artist who always wanted to produce a masterpiece painting but had never had any success had one night spent considerable time painting with the great realism a leaf on the wall. Furthermore, the old artist himself dies of pneumonia contracted while being out in the wet and cold. Now we are entering into the story. Sue and Johnsy, the two young artists. Sue and Johnsy were the two young artists. They lived together in a small flat. It was situated on the third story of an old house. That means it is a story of two friends, Johnsy and Sue. They both were artists. They lived in a common room. In the lesson, The Last Leaf. Johnsy fell seriously ill in November. She had pneumonia. She was worried. She was sent for the doctor, but the doctor told Sue that Johnsy had lost the will to live. Medicines will not help her. So in this pages, we come to know that at the side of the Johnsy, she fell ill and she was suffering from pneumonia. She was not willing to leave. According to her, when the last leaf of the ivy creeper would fall, she would die in no time. And medicines were not working to cure her because she got pneumonia. So from these pages, we come to know the new words and its word meanings. Blowing means to drive air. Ivy here means a creeping plant or a creeper of grape. Here you can able to see the picture of a ivy plant. That means a grape plant having the creeper form. Here also creeper. And in this picture also you can able to see the creeper. What is meant by creeper? Creeper is any plant like ivy that grows by creeping. Creeping is the movement of the plant with the support of anything, it will grow. Here you can see the creeper of an ivy that gets the support of the wall and it's growing. It's creeping in the wall. So it's called as a creeper. Pneumonia is an ailment caused due to cold and it affects the lungs and cause to death. Whisper here means a low tone or the low voice in our tone. Anxiously means worriness. Shedding means let fall. Finality means the last stage. Poured means to emit. Tiptoe means tip of the toe. That is a movement of a person without any sound by using the toe. You call it as tiptoe. Without the disturbance, you can move. So here you can able to see the picture of the ivy creeper. Ivy means grape plant. Grape plant which supports the wall, get the support of the wall and it's creeping and growing. Sue comforted her. Sue tried her best to make Johnsy to take interest in things around her. She talked about clothes and fashions. Sue brought her drawing board into the Johnsy's room and started painting. She also whistled while painting. So from this we come to know that she tried her best to make realize that she would not die, but Johnsy not mind her advice. So here you can able to see the picture that she is sparing the room of Johnsy and trying to divert her mind, but staying in that room. Johnsy's strange fancy. Johnsy looked at an ivy creeper outside on the wall. It was shedding its leaves because it was autumn season, and Johnsy was counting backwards from 12, 11, 10 onwards. Sue asked what it was all about. Johnsy told her that she would die with the falling of the last leaf. It would happen in 3 days. Sue called it nonsense. She also told her that she would be all right soon, but it had no effect on Johnsy. Sue met Berman. Berman was an old painter. He lived on the ground floor. He was 60 years old. He had a dream that one day he would paint a masterpiece. But he had no success so far. Sue told Berman about Johnsy's strange fancy. Both he and Sue went to Johnsy's room. Johnsy was sleeping. They saw that the ivy creeper had only one leaf left on it. It was raining. It seemed that the last leaf would fall any time. So Sue told this to an old artist Berman about it. He visited Johnsy and found that her condition was really very bad. The words that we come across in those pages like peeped means to look into. Feeble. Feeble means weak. Reluctantly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. Wine. Wine means a creeper of grapes. Here you can able to see so many pictures that I have given. The vine, a creeper of grass. Grapes are hanging in the vine. Ivy plant. Ivy creeper you can say. Fierce means dreadful. Clingly means stickly. Depressed means dispirited. Hugged means embraced. Shivering means trembling with cold or fear. Ladder here means wooden stair. Lantern means portable lamp. Flap with wings here means pattering. Johnsy saw the last leaf. Johnsy awoke from her sleep. She looked out of the window. She looked at the last leaf. She asked Sue to look at it. It was green and healthy. Johnsy looked at the leaf every hour, but it didn't fall even in the stormy evening. This revived a will to live in Johnsy. Johnsy accused herself. Johnsy accused herself. She called Sue. She admitted before her that she had been a bad girl. She told Sue that she was very wicked. The last leaf had shown her that. Now she felt that it was a sin to want to die. She then asked for a mirror, and she got a lot of hot soups also. It shows that some changes in the mind of Johnsy. The leaf showed her something, changed her mind by telling where there is a will, there is a way. Sue told Johnsy of Berman. Next morning, Sue told Johnsy about Mr. Berman. Berman was ill for only 2 days. The guard, otherwise the janitor, found him on his bed. His clothes and shoes were wet. He was shivering in the stormy night. He had painted the last leaf on the wall in that night. He had caught pneumonia and died. Sue asked her if she had wondered why the leaf had not fluttered. She told her that the last leaf was Berman's masterpiece. He painted it the night the last leaf fell. That means at the night Berman got too much sick and he died. The last leaf saved Johnsy's life, and that was a masterpiece of Mr. Berman. Now it's a recapitulation of the lesson, The Last Leaf, which was written by O. Henry. The Last Leaf is a touching story of how a painter inspires a girl to live and in the process loses his life. Two friends, Sue and Johnsy, live together in a rented apartment. Johnsy contracts pneumonia and loses her desire to live. She announces that she would die when the last leaf fell off the ivy creeper that could be seen from the room's window. When the last leaf falls off, the neighbor, Mr. Berman, goes out in the storm to paint one. This gives hope to Johnsy. On the other hand, Mr. Berman contracts pneumonia and dies. So these are the points that we have recaptured in this lesson. Now we are moving on to the last leaf summary, which was written by The Last Leaf by O. Henry. A Last Leaf by O. Henry is a beautiful story depicting the virtue of human sacrifice and love. This story is about Sue, Johnsy, and Mr. Berman. Sue and Johnsy live in an apartment in Greenwich Village, a favorite place for aspiring painters to live at. Sue and Johnsy had met at a restaurant and become soulmate friends. So they started to share their room, a common room. In the winter, pneumonia epidemic affected many people in that area. Johnsy also fell prey to it. Her condition became worse from bad with each passing day. The doctor confided to Sue one day that Johnsy was losing hope and desire to get well under the painful influence of the disease. She began to harbor a belief that she would die the moment the last leaf fell from the ivy climber on the wall opposite her window. She also shares her belief with her friend Sue. She discussed it with Mr. Berman, an extremely talented painter living in obscurity in their neighborhood. Mr. Berman desired to save Johnsy's life. He believed in the power of believing. One night, when it was extremely cold and raining, he painted a leaf on the ivy climber in such a manner that it looked like a real leaf. When Johnsy saw that the last leaf on the ivy climber on the opposite wall had not fallen, she was somehow filled with the desire to heal and get well. This desire helped her recuperate fast and she recovered. However, Mr. Berman, who had worked in the cold, was affected by pneumonia and died. Thus, he laid his life to save Johnson's life in the story. Lastly, in this manner, the story ends. So we come to know that the author or the writer is O. Henry. In his real life, in 1910, he met his death because of cirrhosis of the liver and complication of diabetes and an enlarged heart. Really, he was a gifted short story writer and left us a rich legacy of great stories to enjoy for the readers. So thank you one and all. So those who watch this video, I hope you will subscribe it and use it for your exam preparation. Thank you.